as Secretary Yellen said on Sunday, 2 negative quarters of GDP growth is not the technical definition of recession. It's not the definition that economists have traditionally relied on.
Let me pull a little Billy Madison and say, oh, really, fool? Really? 2 consecutive quarters is not the definition of a recession. It's not the definition that economists have generally relied on. Oh, really? This is from, I recognize it's from Investopedia. Take it for what it's worth. But spoiler alert, all definitions are roughly the same. He's right. It's not a technically written in stone definition. It's just the economic principle of what the definition typically is. And let me read from Investopedia. What is a recession? Well, at the very least, they're not asking what is a she-session. I'm going to pull that clip up in a second. Oh, seems that I've been taken out of my own stream. Okay, hold on. I'm in a hotel room, and my daughter just pulled on the cable and pulled out. Oh no, it's good. No, I have to fix camera now. Hold on, setting. Let me see if I can get back to the. Forget it. We're going with the camera. We're going with the camera on the thing. Forget it. We'll do it live, people. Oh, what's going on now? Now I see her photos uploading again. No, people, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to go with the crappy built-in Mac camera. Where was I? Oh yes, I was reading the definition of recession. What is a recession? And I don't know if you heard my joke. At least they're not asking what is a she-session. Because in addition to the political left changing the definitions of words, recession no longer means 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. They also make up their own words, such as she-session. You know what? Parentheses, we're going to open that in a second. From Investopedia. What is a recession? A recession is a significant, widespread, and prolonged downturn in economic activity. Because recessions often last 6 months or more, a popular rule of thumb, that's a politically incorrect analogy, Investopedia, is that 2 consecutive quarters of decline in a country's gross domestic product, GDP, constitutes a recession. But don't believe them. Don't believe your lying ears. Let's go to Forbes. What is a recession? A recession is a significant decline in economic activity that lasts for months, even years. Experts declare a recession when a nation's economy experiences negative domestic growth, rising levels of unemployment, failing retails, yada, 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 over an extended period of time. Recessions are considered an unavoidable part of a business cycle. Let's see, does this one, official recession. Let's just see 2. Let's just see if the word 2. In 1974, economist Julius Shiskin came up with a few rules of thumb. What's wrong with these people using this analogy? This expression can get people canceled these days. To define a recession, the most popular was 2 consecutive quarters of declining GDP. A healthy economy expands over time, so 2 quarters in a row of contracting output suggests there are serious underlying problems, according to Shiskin. What did the guy just say? Oh, there's no definition. It's economists don't agree on a definition. They don't agree on a definition until you don't like the definition anymore. You pathological, your phone is triggering. You pathological, deceitful, word-changing, word-fabricating liars. Liars. There's no other word for it. Liars. There's no standard definition except for the one we've been living with since 74, 84, 94, 2004, 2014. 48 years. 48 years, give or take. There's no widely accepted economic principle except for the one established by an economist in 1974, followed by economists ever since. The rule of thumb, by the way, let's get the etymology of this out for anybody who hasn't seen the movie Boondock Saints. First movie reference, people. Rule of thumb etymology. Would it be rule of thumb origin? If anybody hasn't seen Boondock Saints, it's a good movie. But let's just see what the origins are of the term, the expression rule of thumb. The Guardian, Actually, the phrase rule of thumb simply comes from a usage of the thumb as a unit of measurement. There was an old rumor that it's derived. Here we go. We'll go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia refers to the approximate method of doing something based on practical experience. Let's just see where the part about the stick is. A modern folk etymology, so I might have to stand to be corrected here, holds that the phrase is derived from the maximum width of a stick allowed for abusing one's spouse. Under English common law, this belief may have originated in a rumored statement by 18th century judge Sir Francis Buller, that a man may beat his wife with a stick no wider than his thumb. The rumor produced numerous jokes and satirical cartoons at Buller's expense, but there's no record that he ever made such a statement. Okay, I stand corrected. But the problem is, as we know from the OK symbol, once the rumor is that it means something, and it means that hitherto far going forward.